It's time for another installment of The Entrepreneur Mind by Kevin D. Johnson. So, last time I talked about thinking big. This time it's create new markets. If I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. Henry Ford, founder, Ford Motor Company. The two kinds of entrepreneurs are those who create markets and those who do not. On the one hand, the entrepreneur who creates markets is considered a revolutionary. On the other hand, the entrepreneur who competes in well established markets is considered ordinary. Both approaches can lead to success in business, but research indicates that the creative entrepreneur has a better strategic position. Blue Ocean Strategy, the best selling business book, makes a cognate argument that creating new markets known as blue oceans is better than competing in an overcrowded industry known as red oceans. The authors, W. Chan Kim and Renee Mauborgne, studied 150 strategic moves spanning more than 100 years and 30 industries for their book. So, quite a case study. They also looked at 108 companies that launched new businesses to qualify the impact on revenue growth and profits of creating blue oceans. Kim and Mauborgne's findings are remarkable. We found that 86% of the launches were line extensions, that is, incremental improvements within the red ocean of existing market spaces. Yet they account for only 62% of the total revenue and a mere 39% of total profit. The remaining 14% of launches were aimed at creating blue oceans. They generated 38% of total revenues and 61% of total profits. According to these data, it pays to create blue oceans. The book gives solid examples of successful companies that created new markets, including Yellowtail, Cirque du Soleil, Ralph Lauren, and Lexus. It also provides a step-by-step process for executing blue ocean strategies. It, I highly recommend that you buy a copy of the book. As a mentor to young entrepreneurs, I encourage my mentors to seek new markets rather than go into well established ones. The potential for attaining greatness is in creating new markets. My first startup was a blue ocean, or a blue pond considering the size of my market. In my microcosm of college campus, I created a web portal that enabled students to interact in ways like never before. As a result, advertisers flocked to take advantage of my platform. Moreover, I encourage my mentees to study some of our greatest and wealthiest entrepreneurs to learn how they were able to identify and to dominate new markets. So, this book, The Entrepreneur Mind, was copyrighted in 2013, or at least my copy was. Um, so obviously, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos would be two examples of people that would have created widely successful businesses before this book came out, but their continued success. Elon Musk with Tesla, SpaceX, and a handful of other businesses, and Jeff Bezos with Amazon. They're do you know an electric car company like Tesla was you know not a blue ocean. Um, you know, but the way Elon Musk was thinking about things, um, and then expanding to um, different companies. SpaceX, I mean, now there's, every billionaire, it seems like, wants to have their own. I can't remember what Jeff Bezos' space company is called, and then Richard Branson also has one. Um, Amazon is basically an e-commerce website. I'm sure there was some initial e-commerce sites back when Amazon was thought of, but it really wasn't popular like it is today because Amazon kind of set the bar for, oh, this is possible. Um, Going down the list of Forbes magazine's wealthiest 400 Americans, you read the names of many entrepreneurs who have created and led in markets that before were non existent. Michael Bloomberg, for example, started his company after being fired from an investment bank in 1981 and was a pioneer in providing high quality financial data to Wall Street banks and traders. Before Bloomberg LP, no company provides this valuable data quickly and in several different formats. Likewise, Jeff Bezos' Amazon.com revolutionized the way customers buy books and sell and other products. Um, I can't remember what book I was reading, but basically, um, the idea of Amazon um, came from like basically putting a book catalog online, which I thought was kind of interesting and obviously expanded from a bookstore to um, basically anything and everything. Um, the list continues with names like Michael Dell, Phil Knight, co founder of Nike, George Lucas, and more. What kind of entrepreneur are you? If you have a blue ocean, you are on the way to tremendous success. However, if you are competing in a red ocean, it's time to adopt strategies to spawn innovation, leading your company to a significant profit and to sustainable competitive advantage. Thank you and have a good day.